Hello, everybody. This is Coach Tara Woodruff, the Mind Reset Coach. Welcome you back to the Tao of Network Marketing. Today is verse 6. I'm going to begin by just getting right into the verse. The spirit that never dies is called the mysterious feminine. Although she becomes the whole universe, her immaculate purity is never lost. Although she assumes countless forms, her true identity remains intact. The gateway to the mysterious female is called the root of creation. Listen to her voice, hear it echo through creation. Without fail, she reveals her presence. Without fail, she brings us to our own perfection. Although it is invisible, it endures and it will never end. Beautiful passage, isn't it? That is verse 6 from the Tao Te Ching. And what I'm feeling from this verse is that it's about authenticity. Okay? When we are able to just allow ourselves to be as close to our source as possible. And with that, our true authentic self will shine through in all the things that we create in our life. So, in other words, when you think about somebody that's won the lottery or seemingly has struck it rich overnight, you ever hear of the person that joins a network marketing company and it's the first company they've ever joined, and like the first 90 days they make $100,000? It's really rare. It has happened. What is that? In the creation of that kind of prosperity, in the swiftness that prosperity happens, what still remains? The person still remains. The person's true essence still remains. For instance, when you think of it this way, like tiger never loses his stripes. Do you understand what I'm saying? When we are always in our truest essence, no matter what we create, we still shine through from our truest form. Now, to create great success in your network marketing business in your life, to be as authentic as you possibly can, to your real authenticity. I think yesterday I was struggling with verse 5 because I was feeling conflict with, not making something special when it is special and everything's special. And what that was conflicting with me about in regards to this verse is that I'm assuming that all people and all things are acting in authentic manners. For, when you are truly connected to who you are and you are behaving from yourself, when you're being yourself, you can't help it but be revealed. Now, there's in every industry, whether you're in the restaurant industry or whether you're in network marketing or the corporate world or in acting, or there's always the pretenders. There are always people that come and pretend that they are what they are. Maybe they're particularly good at one thing or another, writing a Facebook post that gets interaction or something. But they are not in network marketing. They are not part of the community because they are not even in a company, or they don't have anything that they agree with. They actually are against the industry in a strange way, because what happens is, even though the pretending is very good, the authenticity of the person shines through. I see a lot of people attempting to make money off this industry and the participants in the industry without actually being a part of the industry. Now, that's not to talk about, product developers or digital product creators. Maybe they were in the industry and they moved into product creation, which is generally how it goes. That's like the stream that it goes to. Sometimes you'll come in, you'll create a product, and you'll keep going. You'll create a product, and you keep going. You create a product. I've created two, so I get that. The thing is when I was struggling rather recently, just before I rejoined Empower Network, I was kind of at a loss, because in reality, my authentic self really digs the network marketing industry. There's a lot of things I don't like. There's not enough things I don't like about it to not be in it, though. And it's not like my job. It's not like jobs out there and what it does to people. Where I was struggling is that I just felt like that I couldn't find the place to call my home, that I couldn't find the ethical and visionary aspect of a business coming from leadership all the way down. Now, don't get me wrong, Empower Network is like other companies and other industries where you're going to have some of those seeds, those bad seeds and whatever. So what? That's not the point. My point is when it comes from the top and trickles down, where it's unethical or what's that, inauthentic, it drives me crazy. So I spent some time like searching for businesses and so forth, because I wasn't no longer in one, and I was just doing affiliate marketing, promoting other people's products and dabbling in product creation myself, and I was feeling a little lost. So when I started to listen to myself, when I started to allow myself to listen to myself, I found myself over and over again saying I would join Empowered Network tomorrow if it wasn't an MLM. And then on the other hand, within minutes after that, I'm looking at MLMs to join. So if you already know the one that you would join yesterday, then why would you continue to search? It doesn't really make sense, because the part of this industry that I love the most is helping other network marketers promote their business in a professional and profound way so that they can achieve success. That's what Empower Network does. That's what it's all about. I can be in Empower Network and decide to join Isogenics tomorrow, and it doesn't conflict or hurt my Empower Network because it complements, Empower Network complements all other businesses. So, even brick and mortar businesses, that's another thing. I'm really interested in local marketing and brick and mortar businesses because I believe in mom and pops. Because when the government isn't cracking down on them constantly with fees and all sorts of crazy stuff that happens to them, they're the best places to go. They hire better, they pay more, the people working there, and things get done in a much more profound way. So how could I also help that industry, the entrepreneurs that have a brick and mortar? Well, I could do that by helping them use online to help them locate their customers in their neighborhoods and give them a little bit of coverage on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like if I visit your town and I'm looking for a really good pizza place, it would be best if I found a pizza place that other people in my circles online were promoting or were giving good references to. It would even be better if they were offering some value up front, So I love to help local businesses use the internet to market their business, just like I love to help network marketers do it. Empower Network happens to have a multi-level marketing style compensation plan, and therefore technically is a multi-level marketing company. So why would I continue to look for a shake or a tea or a thing or that and this and that when that's not what I'm looking for? What I'm looking for is to have the greatest impact for my authentic self onto people like you. Showing you something that will blow your mind. Showing you something that will help your team if you introduce them to it. Showing somebody, being able to reach people on this level and then being congruent with the philosophies and standards that the ownership has. That means a big deal to me. So that's what this is talking about, being authentic. Let me read some things that Dr. Wayne Dyer that I highlighted here. You will assist the birthing of new ideas, new accomplishments, and new projects in new ways of understanding your life. Here is a quote from Dang Ming Dao, 365 Dao Daily Meditations. And it says, you can feel this in your life. Events will take on a perfect momentum, a glorious cadence. You can feel it in your body. The energy will rise up in you to a thrilling crescendo, setting your very nerves aglow. You can feel it in your spirit. You will enter a state of such perfect grace that you will resound over the landscape of reality like an ephemeral bird song. When Tao comes into you this way, ride it for all that you are worth. Don't interfere, don't stop, don't try to direct it. Let it flow and follow it. As long as the song lasts, follow, just follow. So now, the reason why I'm saying authentic, and then when we read that, what that means to that is when you are acting from your authentic self, you're able to realize the direction in which you are going to go. You're able to understand that the Tao is moving through you, and you'll be able to make choices that are going to benefit your network marketing business. Okay? Yesterday I posted something that was very un-Taoist of me. I said, I am not recruitable. And it's because I have this issue with being considered a prospect by people. You know, they get into this long conversation pretending to be all, and I see right through it. Why? Because I've done that. I don't prospect anyone. You know that I'm in business. You know that I'm a professional, and you know that I have what you need to help you. You get to choose whether or not you want me to be the one to do it. That's it. My job is to provide content and value to the public in general, whether you're on my team or not, because I will reach my goals with or without you. So when I get prospected in an attempt to recruit, which that's not what recruiting is. Prospecting and recruiting are different things. I get pissed sometimes, and I started getting mad because I was introduced to something a couple of days ago like it was the greatest thing since sliced bread or canned beer or boxed wine, that it was just something that once I saw it, I could never live without it. And I'm thinking to myself, I've seen this so many times and I'm not interested. You know, yes, it's a nice little tool. Will it change my business? Probably not. You know, and it was a video thing where you put your videos on your own like page. It looks like YouTube a little bit, and all the advertisements are your own. That's my blog. That's how you're watching this video most likely. Or if I wanted, I could create a landing page without an opt-in with a button. Maybe you click through to go to a landing page, and you could see my video without any advertisements around it. And just why would I pay more money for something I already can create with the tools I already have? It's superfluous. It doesn't make sense. Well, maybe because it's an extra income. Maybe something. I would feel like an asshole sharing that product to somebody that already has a blog or a landing page, because they already have what that means. Your blog is your home. That's your own place where the advertisements on it are directly connected to you. No one's making money off of your content. You're making money off your own content. Why would I introduce that? And I told them straight up, I'm not interested. Thank you very much. And they created a page with a video and used my code. And I was like, oh, that's very nice. You know, thank you. And then the next day they give me, oh my God, and I'm like, okay, why are you telling me this? You know, and you are expecting my mind to change. And you're prospecting me and I don't like it. So stop. And so I get that way, and then I think to myself, and I post a status, don't recruit me, I'm not recruitable. If you know me, I will find something that I want to do, and then I will go look for the person I want to do it with. That's how it works. That's how you're probably looking at Empower Network and trying to figure out who you want to join in Empower Network with. You might want to join in with Toby and Layla because they have tons of upfront success that you can see. You might want to join with me because you relate to me and you think that I'm going to bring value to your business. It's up to you. You know, that's generally that's how I feel it really works out. People join people, and prospecting me doesn't make anybody in any better position. You know what I'm saying? If my friend comes to me, hey, I want you to take a look at something, and if you like it, join. That's totally different. But when somebody plays the game and starts asking all the it drives me crazy. You know, it's not like car sales where you know, you go to a car lot because you're looking to buy a car. And if I ask you questions, it's because I have to ask you questions. I got to know if you're serious or if I'm going to waste my time with you on the lot. You know, so the qualifying thing with that is I had to actually release the upsetness about it and just understand that, you know what, Tara? You need to recognize yourself in that situation, because you know damn well you've done prospecting before. And it hasn't been that long since you've done it. And now you understand better how the person on the other end of that message felt. Like, you're not even looking at me. You know what I'm saying? Because when somebody prospects me, they're misunderstanding that I can help them, not the other way around. I have what I need. I can help them. So that means that they're not paying attention to what I'm offering up. That means that they're not qualified to do business with me. You understand what I'm saying? I had somebody come to me asking me about a blog, and I was like, I got a blog that I recommend highly. You know, you need this. I'm surprised that you don't have one. And, you know, we talked about it a little bit back and forth, and I gave them, they asked for the information. I gave them the information. And they didn't fill out their name and email. It's not free information. I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you about what you need to know. All you got to do is read a Neil Patel post and he'll tell you. 87% of the businesses that hold blogs with personal branding on it get more sales. So if you're one of 100,000 representatives in a company, you should be one of the representatives that have a blog offering value up front to your people so that they do want to give you a name and email. I had somebody, it blows my mind how much help I can be to people. And so when I get myself upset that I'm being prospected, I need to relax and I need to allow the Tao, because I have to understand that there's so much similar in us, that we're so close together. I may feel like they're worlds away, but they're not, because I just did that. It hasn't been but like a year since I prospected myself. So when you're feeling that resistance, just see the Tao inside the other, because we're all the same, like the saying, namaste. Okay, let me keep going. When you're in touch with the energy of your origin, you offer the world your authentic intelligence, talents, and behaviors. So when I was allowing myself to get upset, I was allowing myself to detach from my authenticity. You see what I'm saying? Whenever you feel within you as your calling, this is, okay, let me break away from the rant about being prospected. This is a message to you if you're on the fence about starting your own business, or on the fence about taking real action and committing in your business, or if you're on the fence about joining that business you've been watching. This is something that's going to mean a lot to you. So let me read it. This is Wayne Dyer's words. Whatever you feel within you as your calling, whatever makes you feel alive, know in your heart that this excitement is all the evidence you need to have your inner passion become a reality. This is precisely how creation works, and that's the energy that harmonizes with the Tao. And that's what I had to do the day that I realized I was looking at MLMs, and in the next breath I was saying I would join Empower Network yesterday, if it wasn't one. Well, then why? All I had to do was follow my heart on it. I love blogging platforms as a product, as a front-end product. I love blogging platforms because it is a gold mine of personal development, of content creation, of growing as an entrepreneur, growing as a marketer. It is a really fertile ground for someone to really embrace their passions. I have a blog about luxury real estate. It has nothing to do with Empower Network. What it does have to do with it is that I have such a passion about real estate, that I absolutely love luxurious properties, that I love people that live in places where there's plenty of land, or where their view is amazing, or where there's plenty of rooms that could switch bedrooms every night. I think that is just, so I write a blog about it. Most of the time, 90% of the content comes from the listing that I find, and I take a couple of pictures, and I'm just excited to be able to share it to people. That in and of itself will create positivity in my life. When the day that I post my home in my Dream Big Estates blog is going to be really amazing. It also, at looking at luxury real estate, it helps me to appreciate the real estate I got, what I'm in. It helps me to appreciate, I see these little luxurious things happening in my little very humble home, because I see that that's what I want to see in my future, because it's part of my authentic self. You got me? So follow your passions. Blog about it. Tell people how you feel. Let yourself feel that excitement rise up in your business and embrace it. Don't let anybody tell me or tell you, don't tell me, it doesn't matter what they tell me, I'll just be like, whatever. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. Don't let anybody tell you that your passions don't mean anything. Don't let your MLM sponsor tell you that you shouldn't bother with a blog. You should just follow write the list of everyone you know and go to Walmart and prospect people there. introduce everyone that you know, have parties all the time and have all your neighbors over all the time and then start a blender. Don't listen to that because it's not going to work. It may work for a little tiny bit, but you'll run into more heartbreak and you'll be so far removed from yourself. You'll be so far removed from yourself that it's impossible to create positive abundance. You want to be part of yourself. If your thing is having demonstrations and having a whiteboard and a video playing and making shakes or whatever it is, or doing facials, whatever product that you love and you love to promote, there's nothing wrong with that then. That doesn't mean that you should ignore the inner work. Because, I did a survey recently. Oh, here we go again, 20 minutes, 40 seconds. I did a survey recently at both my G+, which I'm very active on, and my Facebook. And I asked the question, what's the one thing that you have trouble with in your business? The two different platforms produce completely different results. The number one thing, which was a unanimous time, fitting everything that they need to do and want to do for their business in one day and still live their life. Time management. On Google+, it was mindset. What's my thing? Mindset's my thing. Because I think if you don't have it, you won't make the time. If your mindset's straight, you'll be able to make the time. All you got to do is learn some scheduling skills. You just got to learn how to prioritize. If you don't have the mindset, you won't know how to prioritize because you'll be so confused. I have a friend of mine, dear friend, God bless her. Just nothing seems to keep with her. Nothing seems to stick. And she moves on from one bullshit thing to the next bullshit thing. Some of those things she'd been in with me. And then on to the next bullshit thing when I start getting focused. You know what? It's okay. Eventually, because she's never going to quit. She's never going to stop. Eventually, she's going to settle in and she's going to find her way. And it's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. Do yourself a favor and settle in. Allow yourself to stop having so many disconnections with your authenticity. If you find that there's something that in your product line that's making you feel like maybe you're not in alignment, don't sell that product. Don't represent that product. The power that you have to change the world, a lot of the times right now, has to do with what you promote and what you love and what you pay for. Boycott the things you don't like and celebrate the things that you do and allow yourself to become your fullest self. Let's see if there's anything else in here I wanted to say. Whatever you feel compelled to do, be it write music, design software, do floral arrangements, clean teeth, or drive a taxi, do it with your own unique flair. Being creative means trusting your inner calling, ignoring criticisms and judgments, and releasing resistance to your natural talents. Reread verse 6. So without fail, she reveals her presence. Without fail, she brings us to our own perfection. That is the story, folks. So I hope that this meant a lot for you. If you find yourself drawn to a certain aspect of your business, go ahead and let that cultivate. Go ahead and grow there a little bit. Go ahead and let that be. Don't ignore everything else, but let that be kind of like your thing, and let yourself explore. Your thing is Facebook. Let your Facebook be stellar. That doesn't mean you don't make video, and that doesn't mean you don't write a blog. If your video is stellar, that doesn't mean that you don't write a blog or you don't, do well on Facebook. If three-way calls are your thing, that doesn't mean that you give up showing the presentation. If you see what I'm saying, if you're really good at recruiting, then you also need to cultivate your ability to hold team together. Your leadership skills are really important. If you can bring people in, you've got to develop your leadership skills now, because you want to keep them there. Because there's nothing like being on a constant recruitment mode, because you have to be, or you won't get paid. Go for retention, go for high quality, go for you, because that's what you are. You're high quality. So go do that. I love you all very much. If come on over to the blog. I'm going to write some more stuff there that's going in my mind. I don't want this to be a 50-minute video. And if you feel me and you'd like to work with me, go ahead and get started. It's going to be the first link in YouTube, and on the blog it'll probably be the call to action or something like that, go ahead and get started. Get started. You can work directly with me starting for as little as $25. That's crazy. So go ahead and get started. Go through the process. Start feeling the vibe. Start going through that personal development that only I can offer you through the Products and Empower Network. Because those personal developments are going to bring you into the professional development that's going to make you stand out in your business like no one else. So I love you all very much. Don't forget, tonight's Tactical Tuesday. Get on that call at 9 o'clock. I'll see you later. Bye.